Alright, so as I discovered previously, Delaroche has another quest thingy to do. And have you tried any new bait recently? That's what I'm going to title it if it does not have a title. Haha, my gods of victorious line breaking. You're right on time. Soon you shall witness the moment when I surpass myself and make history. Delaroche sure is confident today. Seems like fishing has been going well for her. That's right. I wish to speak with you about a miracle I experienced. As I was testing my bait before, I found a new type of bait of unknown provenance, and know not which expert bait maker created it. Upon being cast into the water, it can immediately attract all the nearby fish. I heard it uses advanced alchemy, so if you know the formula, any ordinary person can replicate the effects. So I'm guessing it's you two that blessed me with the luck to make such a master bait maker. To meet such a master bait maker. This superb, permanent, and all supreme master is unmatched and unequaled in their generosity, leaving me such bait. That was us. Yeah, this superb, permanent, preeminent. There we go. All supreme master sounds really nice. Who's this kind benefactor? At this point, I cannot let the effort of this benefactor go to waste. They must have left the bait to inspire me, not to give me a completed product for me to copy and rely on. I'll only be able to catch a few paltry fish if the bait only lasts for a moment or two, but by understanding the principles underlying the effectiveness of the bait, I'll be able to hook countless monster-sized fish. So I strained my brain to the fullest and bought a few special gifts before inviting a few researcher friends of mine over to help create the effective odor imitating bait. This device can analyze the odors given off by dissolving bait and will use other ingredients to imitate the effects. Using this, I can become the greatest angler in all of Fontaine. Wait, you need to slow down a bit. Going from someone who just made a new kind of bait to being the greatest fisher in Fontaine, you seem to have skipped over a bunch of steps in between. The details are unimportant. After receiving your encouragement, my motivation has ascended far beyond what was once possible. If I can't rise to the top in one go, that would be simply unacceptable. That kind of confidence is a bit excessive. To the point it's a bit disquieting. Delaroche, she's gone from one extreme to the other. Wait, didn't you say you want to use the new bait to break your own records? But it looks like you weren't fishing at all? There lies the rub. Not long ago, I hooked a truly gargantuan fish, but it managed to bite the active odor imitating bait clean off the hook. As such, I've prepared a dive suit to descend into water and retrieve my bait, though I have never dived before. I believe that as long as I follow the instruction manual, I should be fine. It's a pity, but I fear I'll have to ask you two to wait a moment. Whoa, hold on. If you've never dived before, don't just jump in head first. If you get lost underwater, your dive suit malfunctions, not even the Archons are Adepti can save you. Wait a minute, why does she need a dive suit when this is Fontaine? Yeah. But if I don't retrieve my active odor imitating bait, all the effort I made. Oh my god, all the yawns. Made have been in vain. And hiring a professional diver costs far too much. I have to do something. We'll get it for you, just watch. Yeah, Paimon and Traveler are pretty good at getting around underwater. We'll just help. We'll be done in a flash. I don't know what to say. I shall prostrate myself before you, all the way down on the ground. I seem to have been standing here too long. My hips are numb and my legs are cramping. I can't even kneel. Paimon thinks she might be the first person we've met with this obsessed with fishing, right? Anyway, if that bait is good as Delaroche says, she might actually become a legendary angler after all. Patience. Patience. The test of my patience. As the Director of Fishing Association, I must remain by my post here at the fishing point. I shall defeat these line breakers with my unbending will. We're back. How did it go? Did you find my active odor eliminating bait? It's right here, Delaroche, and hold on to it. But don't get too excited just yet. There's something very important we have to tell you. Traveler, do we want to speak to her slowly, rationally, or exaggerate a little? Scare her and emphasize how dangerous this piece of bait is. Well, let's explain patiently and rationally. Alright, then let's emphasize on how most of the fish will be scared off if monsters appear. Not being able to catch any fish should unnerve Delaroche enough to stop using that dangerous bait. You and Paimon described an incident that just happened underwater to Delaroche, stressing how the active odor imitating bait will attract aquatic monsters and threaten the fishing spot. Though you don't know much about the ecological relations between aquatic monsters and the regular fish, you've met your share of scholars. Excuse me. And find yourself more than capable of imitating their manner of speaking. You artfully described how some aquatic monsters will completely clear all fish from the area just by passing through those waters, as they are known to frequently emit an indescribable screech. Even fish not regularly predated, predated by the monsters will be unable to endure such a disturbance, and will thus scatter in terror. Your descriptions are so vivid they render Delaroche dumbstruck. Facing the waters with a grave expression, she spends a long moment in silent rumination before shifting her attention back to the present. So that means that the active odor imitation bait can disturb an entire section of underwater ecology. Never thought it could be such an enormous impact. Thank you for your advice. I absolutely shouldn't use the odor imitation bait so crudely and irresponsibly, or risk damaging the underwater habitats. I should treat it as a tool and study the bait I found last time, using the imitated scents as a starting point. I should be able to better analyze the composition of bait like that. Now that I think about it, perhaps I can use this method to learn about making bait. I understand the principles behind bait making. I'll be able to improve my leaps and bounds. I'm like nodding off here. That's not good. Okay. When the time comes, I'll even be able to help the others in the fishing association make superior bait and help everyone catch some whopping big fish. That's an incredible thought. Yeah, that sounds a lot more useful than what you were doing before. We'll all sleep easier knowing that Delaroche isn't recklessly using bait like that. Ugh, scrambling around like that is tiring. Especially since Paimon was never the nervous whole time. Yeah, I'm exhausted. I must thank you both again. My gratitude is boundless. Though I spent most of my budget creating the active odor imitation bait, the mora and gifts promised you, I will actually. I actually prepared them in advance. Please accept them as my token of thanks. No need to be so serious. As long as you are fishing safely and happily, then our effort hasn't been in vain. I hope in the future you will often come along or come across. No, come around. Okay. Come around and fish. Remember that to show all your amazing fish accomplishments then. Of course, Of course, I never idly boast. Thanks to you two, I find the true path to becoming the ultimate angler. Not only that, I must spread from the God of Choices Linebreaker across all Fontaine. When next we meet, maybe I'll have created a fantastic new kind of bait. I'll give it to you for free, no matter how much you need. All right, so I was kind of nodding off with this, so that's gonna be the end for this for now, and I'll see you guys later.